Are you ever afraid to wake up?
Sometimes.
Why?
I'm afraid of where you'll go when I wake up. I worry about you when I can't see you.
Colleen, I don't exist if you can't see me.
And that's why I worry.
Good morning, Colleen.
Good morning, Colleen. Come in.
Good morning, Doctor. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Colleen. So what did we leave off last time? You were just going to start telling me about your friend.
What do you want to know about her?
Why don't you start from the beginning?
I'm not even sure when the beginning was.
Then I'll give you some time to get started.
Lily was always so beautiful. She had the presence and personality of a flower. But she was frightening too. Frightening and beautiful from the day that I met her. There isn't really a beginning because I can't remember a time without her. She wasn't always Lily though. She introduced herself to me as Jane. At 12 she was Nicole, and at 15 she was Suzanne, and at 16 she was Delilah. And she was at Avalon when she was reading King Arthur. She loved to change her name, and would do it so frequently that many people had no idea what to call her. But I could keep up. It helped that she liked to decorate her room with themes relating to her new name. When she changed her name to Lily, she covered her walls with paintings of lilies.
Colleen, can I call you Lena? I like Lena better.
No, you can't.
I'm going to call you Lena, and you sound like sisters.
Most people that met Lily hated her because you couldn't help but fall in love with her. Human beings are on this eternal search for beauty in whatever form they can find it, and Lily was like the panacea for that need, for all needs. But people didn't like that. Finding Lily was like overwhelming all of your senses at once with the acquisition of something so perfect. People suddenly found their lives devoid of any purpose, so they hated her. What would you like to do now?
Let's go to Jenkins.
What's Jenkins?
It's a small cafe that Lily and I love to go to. It wasn't too far from my house, and we're good friends with town.
Colleen, if you were a boy, would you love me?
No, probably not.
Why not?
Because you wouldn't love me.
Nobody loves me.
You don't love anybody.
Yeah, guess you're right.
I always liked the way Lily looked when she was thinking. She doesn't look up or away or some intangible thought. She looks right at you and makes her eyes big like the ideals of absolutely everything are spinning within them. It's like she's hidden the truths of whose shadows we can only guess at. She had this peculiar intensity that made you feel as though you were missing something. Like without her intensity, your life would be void, empty. You would be nothing. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, Ron, won't you marry me? I've just been waiting so long. I just can't wait no longer. I love you too much.
Lily, would you please get some more to the room? So what can I get you ladies today?
Yeah, please.
You'll have to pay for that. The coffees are free.
Guess you're lucky she's poor.
Fine, then. I guess I'll just have to stick with licking the coffee instead.
Coffee it is.
I think I'm gonna marry Cal in a big church with thousands of people watching.
I thought you were scared of churches.
That's what makes it so fun. If I get scared and run away, I know we shouldn't get married. But if I stay through the whole thing, I know we'll be married forever.
Cal gets no say in this?
Ew, no.
And who's going to pay for the church?
They use all the cow's money to pay for it.
Then you'll both be dirt poor.
Kind of like being poor. And anyways, if that happens, I'll just prostitute Cal out.
Love you too, Lily.
Only thinking of you, babe.
And what happens next?
I don't really feel like talking anymore today. I'm tired now. See you tomorrow.
Colleen, why are you talking to that man about me?
Because I miss you.
But Colleen, how can you miss me if I'm always right here?
You've been gone so long.
But I'm never really gone, am I?
Sometimes I think I wish you were.
Good morning, Karina. Please, come in. So you're just starting to talk about Lily.
She always had so many suitors. Boys from school, men from the city, people from who knows where. It didn't bother me, not really. But it wasn't fun. She would spend out all night with strange men, and her mom wasn't really around.
What about her father? Was he around?
I don't want to talk about him yet.
Okay, continue.
No, I'll talk about him. It's important. He left when she was little. No, never mind. I can't talk about him yet. It's too soon. Not yet.
You wouldn't believe it. I was just sitting down waiting for the bus back to the city when a man sits next to me. He introduces himself as John Stevens. He said I could be a model. He gave me his card and everything. He's such a sweet man, really. Even you would like him for the tribute.
Please be careful, Lily. I don't really think you should call him. He's a complete stranger.
You're such an old lady.
Fine. Do what you want. I'm just asking you to be careful. She went the next week and got her photos taken. I never got to see them, but I'm sure they were wonderful. Lily was always so beautiful on camera, even if it could never really do her justice. I had so many pictures of her.
Do you still have them?
No, I got rid of them all.
Why?
Because I loved her too much.
Do you wish you hadn't?
All the time. She was insane, you know? Maybe we all are, but she really was. It scared me as much as it made me love her more. I always wanted to protect her. She used to get so depressed that I thought she might, I don't know, throw herself in the river or something. But she did like birds. Once she got so depressed that she tore down the neighbor's entire fence and built herself a bird cage in the front yard. She crawled through the back and started chirping sadly.
Check. Check.
She was so strange, and she made me laugh. Dealing with the police afterwards wasn't so funny, but still, she made me laugh. And she started to get really bad. What's wrong? Lily, what's the matter? What's happened?
She's coming.
Who said this?
A letter. I found a letter cooking.
From who? I don't understand. No, you were Come on. Come with me. It's okay, we'll hide. He won't find you. And so we ran. We took buses, trains, we walked. I don't know how far we went. We were nowhere, and we were everywhere, because that's where you have to be to find Mr. Rose.
Who is Mr. Rose?
It's getting late, I should go.
Good morning, Colleen. Please, come in. So, you were just talking about Mr. Rose.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I think it's important for you.
And you don't know anything.
Okay, continue where you'd like.
I don't want to talk about anything anymore. Came upon a tent, a circus tent. Had red stripes falling from it that slithered and sunk in the rain. They were surreal, senseless, like snakes trying to escape the fabric. Lily loved it. She was fascinating.
Come on, let's go inside.
Thank you. Now, for my next act, I request an assistant from the crowd. Well, young lady, I know I'm irresistible, but there's no need to throw yourself at me. Remember this, gentlemen. If you ever want to impress the ladies, all you have to do is give her some flowers. Well, these have been in here too long, I suppose. And now, for the real magic. If you please, step forward and tell this wonderful audience your name.
Hello everyone, my name is Lily.
Lily. What a beautiful name. And now, if everyone will please hold their breath while I make this lovely Lily disappear.
Where did she go?
I have no idea, but my heart stopped beating for what seemed like forever. It stopped in anticipation and fear, perhaps in excitement. She just disappeared before my eyes, and the magician just smiled. It was amazing. As you can imagine, Lily became immediately infatuated with him. And I have to admit, at that moment, I thought he was pretty incredible too. He was the most spectacular thing I'd ever seen.
Chloe, did you see that I disappeared?
Yes, I saw. You're wonderful.
Good evening there, ladies. How are you doing? I don't think I've seen you at my show before.
No, no, this is our first time. It was really wonderful though, thank you so much.
Yes, it was great, thank you.
Well, I'm glad. Say, how would you two like to stay and see the rest of the camp? I hear there's nothing quite like an evening full of cards.
There's nothing quite like an evening with me.
Yeah, that would be nice, thank you.
Can I offer either you a cigarette?
Before he was gone, Lily's father used to smoke all the time. It was his scent. She picked up the habit just for the reminder of him. It was her favorite smell. But she hated smoking. She didn't have great lungs. I started to so that she would quit, and now the scent reminds me of her.
You can't smoke in here.
No, thank you.
So was Lily better again then? You said that before you two ran away she was getting worse.
No, she was still bad. She was so weak and she was getting sick. We'd been traveling for almost 2 weeks before we came upon Spectacular. That was the name of the circus. She had nightmares all the time and she was still terrified.
He's going to kill me.
Hush, hush now. It'll be okay. I'll protect you. But Spectacular made her happier, and Mr. Rose paid her so much attention, she just sucked it all up. You think I was jealous?
Am I wrong?
Yes. I was never jealous. We were there for weeks, maybe months. The whole outside world had disappeared just as Lily had that first night. And she was getting better. Everything was going so well.
Colleen, there's something I have to tell you.
It's time for me to leave.
How could you? You think I don't know what you're doing?
Lily, I'm sorry!
Bullshit! You think that talking to that man will just make me go away? That'll just fade into darkness, disappear like the words on your lips? That's what you want, isn't it? You snake! I hate you! I'll make her like a disease. I'll fill your lungs with black smoke until every word you speak is taken and you suffocate from the sound of your own voice.
Stop! Please stop! I love you. I promise I'm not trying to get rid of you. I love you. Please don't do this.
You're going to lose me! You're going to talk me into oblivion! I am the blood that courses through your veins. I am the air that you breathe. I am your skin. I am your heart. I am your mind. You're going to let me go. You know that, don't you?
It'll devour me, Lily. I have to watch you fall over and over again, every second of every day. If I don't talk about what happened to you, it'll kill me. You're going to kill me.
I can't do that, Colleen. I'm already dead.
Good morning, Colleen. Are you alright? We don't have to work today if you're not feeling well.
No, No, I'm fine. I'd like to continue if you could.
Of course. Come in. So Lily was about to tell you something.
Oh, yeah. She was so distressed and excited all the time. It made me a little worried.
Colleen, there's something I have to tell you.
What is it? Something wrong?
No, I always been negative. Sorry, Lena, I finally figured it out.
Figured what out?
Mr. Roses! It's been on the tip of my tongue ever since the first night we met him. It's been tickling me this entire time. But Colleen, Mr. Rose is my father.
That's when I knew something was wrong. Lily, what do you mean?
I just know. I can feel it. I can see it.
Lily, why are your eyes so red? What's this on your arm?
Leave me alone, Colleen.
You look well today, my little lily pad.
She looks wretched. She's sick. How could you do this to her?
My father used to buy me roses. Dozens upon dozens of roses. Because I was his little girl. He used to smell like smoke and shaven cream. Burnt toast scraped off into the sink in summer at 5 o'clock in the evening. There were so many roses. They were wonderful, Mr. Rose. I wanted to be as beautiful as they were. I wanted to be as delicate as they were. Lena? Where's my lovely Lena?
You don't need her anymore. You have me now. I'll take care of you.
Lily, Mr. Rose is not your father. It's just a name. Why can't you hear me?
She'll hear what she wants to hear.
Look at her. You're killing her. Can't you see how weak she is?
I'll be taking your little friend off your hands now. She won't be needing you anymore.
What are you talking about? I loved her so much. You have to understand. I was so in love with her. There wasn't even the concept of breathing without her. No earth, no sky, no words. There was no me without her.
Please don't help me. He's going to kill me. My mother is going to kill me. Kill me, please.
Please get up. We have to leave.
No, please, I have to stay with my father. He promised to protect us. He said he would over me.
He's not your father, Lily.
Colleen, don't you remember? He used to bring me roses every day.
Lily, Mr. Rose is not your father. He's a dangerous man. We have to leave. He's hurting you.
How did you know he wasn't her father? He left when she was young, didn't he?
Daddy's dead.
Daddy's.
Stop dead! How did you say that? I've been talking to him for weeks now. We both have.
He is, Lily. They buried him in the ground. You know that. You have to accept it.
Don't touch me. Get away from me. Stay away from me.
I can't relive it. I can't do it. Please don't make me do it.
Colleen, you have to continue.
No, I can't. I need to go. Lily, we have to go now.
Stay away from me, Colleen.
Lily, please don't do this.
Stay away from her, Colleen. Lily, you're coming with me.
Don't I'm so sorry.
No, Polly. I'm sorry.
Remember that time when we hiked up Captain's Cliff 4:30 in the morning so we could see the sunrise? We grumbled the whole way there about having to wake up early, and then about having to hike, and then about waiting for the sun to come up. But when it finally did, you were so excited and you couldn't stop crying because it was so beautiful. You spent the rest of the time wearing those goggles you insisted on bringing, and chasing squirrels back up trees while offering them acorns. Then we had that giant pine cone fight, and you almost fell off the cliff. That was one of my favorite days.
The letter wasn't real, Colleen. None of it was real. Couldn't help myself. I'm sorry, there was nothing you could have done.
I know. I remember that time when we were sitting in my room drinking tea. They had to steal the neighbor's trash cans and climb through my window because my mom wouldn't let us in after we had knocked a giant hole between my room and the living room. Just lying there, talking, and then you fell asleep. But I knew you weren't really asleep, but you didn't know that I knew. Kissed you on the forehead and told you I loved you. You kept pretending to be asleep, so that way we could both just know without having to talk about it.